Find the limit as x approaches 2 from the right of the square root of 4 minus x squared, and the limit as x approaches 2 from the left of the square root of 4 minus x squared. This is a square root function, so this is not defined everywhere. There are some values that need to be excluded. So whenever you have an even square root, the expression under the square root has to be greater than or equal to 0. So now let's find which values the function is defined for. To solve this inequality, we can add x squared to both sides, and we get that 4 is greater than x squared. So now think about the numbers that we can square that are less than 4. These are going to be any number between -2 and 2. So now let's look at the limits. When we solve for the inequality, we found that we can't have any values to the right of 2 for this function. So we have the limit as x approaches 2 from the right. That means that we would need to be using values greater than 2, which we cannot use. So this limit from the right of 2 does not exist. Now let's look at the limit from the left. If we approach 2 from the left, that means that the number is a little bit less than 2, which according to what we found before, we can have numbers that are less than 2, as long as they are also greater than -2. So we can find this limit by using some of our properties of limits. Let's write the square root as a power. Remember that a square root is the same thing as a half power. We can use our power property here, and remember with the power property, you can bring the limit inside under a power, find the limit, and then apply the power. Now we can find the limit of the inside with direct substitution, because 4 minus x squared is a polynomial. This simplifies to 0 to the half power, which is the same as the square root of 0. And this is 0, so the limit as x approaches 2 from the left of the square root of 4 minus x squared is 0.